Hey everybody, welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. Last year, I picked up a copy of Burrows and Badgers, a skirmish game of anthropomorphic animals. Now, this is a game that I basically heard about it, instantly fell in love with the idea, bought a copy of the book as quickly as possible. And I did a video of it last year, giving my initial thoughts on it. And I've played it a little bit, but really, it hasn't had the attention it deserves. Because despite how much I enjoyed it, I didn't have any of the official range of miniatures for it. Oathsworn Miniatures produce a beautiful range of metal miniatures that you can use with Burrows and Badgers, and I intend to buy some of those, and I've just never got round to that. But I have played some games using proxy miniatures and things like that. It's a lovely game, but using proxy miniatures, using a little army of Skaven and things like that to represent your rats, it does lose something a little bit. It loses, it's a very whimsical, quaint sort of game, and it requires those little anthropomorphic characters just to really realize what the game is trying to achieve. So, I wanted to get more into this, and like I say, I'm intending to buy some of the Oathsworn miniatures because they do such a great range, and I've already got an idea in mind of a really cool narrative I want to run with a sort of Robin Hood type gang led by a good witch, comprising lots of small animals, being hunted down by a rogue witch hunter faction with snakes and sort of more murderous type creatures in it. So I've got some cool ideas for what I want to do with it. But why I'm making this video is because the other week I was flicking around the internet as one does, and I came across an advertisement for a product from Northumbrian Tin Soldier. Now, Northumbrian Tin Soldier is a UK-based company that produce white metal miniatures, and they produce a line of characters called the Night Folk, and they do a really lovely set of goblin miniatures, which I will have to pick up at some point because they're just really cool, old-fashioned retro goblins with tin pot hats and slings and stubby spears and big crooked noses, and they're just absolutely packed with that old-style charm that I just absolutely love. But yes, they recently announced a special edition box set, and that is what we're looking at today, because as soon as I saw it, I thought, that's something that I can get for Burrows and Badgers. It ticks all my boxes, and you will see why. Here is the box. It is from their Nightfolk range, and it is the Guardians of the Riverbank, and we can see perhaps some familiar looking characters here. We have Mole, Ratty, Badger, Toad and Otter, the Weasel King, and some hench Weasels. So yes, what we have here is a box set heavily influenced by The Wind in the Willows, one of the most beautiful books ever written, which I heartily recommend everybody reads. This retails for £30. I pre-ordered it from their website. It arrived yesterday. It's £30. You get 10 28mm white metal miniatures. You also get a complete set of RPG dice, different polyhedral dice, and a bag for the dice. And that's useful for me as well because anyone who's watching my channel will know that I have recently started DMing a Dungeons & Dragons game for some of my friends. And of course, Burrows and Badgers also uses the different sided dice. So it's almost like I'm pretty sure Northumbrian Tin Soldier, although they have advertised this as for role-playing games or tabletop skirmish games, and I'm pretty sure they must have had Burrows and Badgers in mind, because you basically get two Burrows and Badgers armies and the set of the dice you need for playing Burrows and Badgers in one box for 30 quid, which is, to my mind, an absolute bargain. So far, all I've done is take the shrink wrap off, so we're going to look at this together. I'm very excited about this. I love as well, there's something very I mean, it's a small company. Northumbrian Tin Soldier is a small company. They're using sort of traditional casting methods, and this is a sticker on a box, and it's got a sort of a lovely retro artisan feel to it. Yeah, fan of that. And inside we have tissue paper with a Northumbrian Tin Soldier sticker. This teddy bear character, if you look on their website, they do a whole range of these teddy bear characters. They're sort of battling warrior teddies. There's ones with like silly like colander hats on and wooden swords and shields. Really, really cool. I have no need for a set of teddy bear warriors, but if I did, I would definitely be picking those up. And we have some promo cards with images of our heroic Riverside warriors. A couple of those. So, yeah. Let's see what we've got here. I'd rather rip the tissue than the sticker. It's cute. Right. So, what have we got in the box? We have bases, just regular slaughter bases. We have a big bag of metal miniatures, and we have a velvet bag with it's really spongy bottom bit in the bottom of that box. That's really nice. Ooh, look at those. Who out there likes dice? I like dice. Those are... I don't know how green they're going to come out on camera, but they're very, very bright green in real life. So much so that that's actually quite difficult to read for me. The gold digits on the green. Yeah, they're okay. They're good. They're nice large, nice embossed printing on them. I'm not 100% sure on the bright green colouring. Get that shot, you. We don't want you in the shot. Still in the shot. There we go. But there we go. So that was kind of like an added bonus, really. This is what we're here for. The miniatures. This is the first time that I've actually seen Northumbrian Tin Soldier products in real life, and just getting them out of the bag, instantly impressed. They're all single piece cast. There is no assembly required, and they look to have very little flashes. There's no spurs or anything, or very, very few spurs. Can't see much in the way of ugly lines or anything that need to be cleaned up. And this is the first one. This is Badger, who has an incredibly large hitting stick. He's got a sword at the back. I don't know how well the metal miniatures are going to come out on camera, so I'm going to keep my hand behind it there like that. That is a really nice miniature. That's got some lovely detailing on it. It's not over the top crazy detail. It's just a nice miniature, and it's quite good size, as you would expect a badger to be. Next up we have Ratty. This could be my favourite miniature in the set. Just a very traditional hand on hip. Ha! I laugh in the face of adversity. I am a mighty rat. That's going to paint up really nicely. It's got the chainmail. Oh yeah, I can't wait to get some paint on these guys. Next up, we have everybody's favourite. It's Toady. I'm worried about painting his eyes. Frog's eyes are weird looking at the best of times, and I'm not sure my fine detail painting skills are going to be up to the challenge, but because they're so large, I'm going to have to give it a go. And by the way, sorry if I've got paint on my fingers. I'm currently in the process of speed painting some goblins for my next Dungeons and Dragons session. That's cool. He's got a little buckler and he's got a rapier. Again with the chainmail. Very nice. Next up we have the diminutive Moley. He's got his glasses on and he's got a catapult. So he's providing some range support. He's got his little knapsack, he's got his little man bag, and yep, little catapult. Nice coat on. Really, really, just that's cute. It's a nice little miniature. Should paint up very nicely. And the last character in the Defenders of the Riverbank set, the Guardians, is the Otter, who's got a sledgehammer and a pipe. Again, he's got like a bedroll on the back. He's got a little purse on the side, full of his pipe weed, his long bottom leaf. Oh, wrong franchise. And it's got a little dagger in the side there. Again, it's predominantly fur and chainmail miniature with a top coat, so shouldn't be too difficult to paint up. Just need to try and get a decent approximation of the relevant animal fur. For the bad guys, you get weasels. You get all weasels, which makes sense, but it's a little bit of a shame, obviously, when Burrows and Badgers gives you the full scope of the small animal kingdom, to have all weasels. But this, like I say, it's not specifically intended for Burrows and Badgers. It's to recreate a narrative from a well-loved classic without ever actually directly referencing that well-loved classic. So this is the Weasel King. He's big. He's got a big tail. He's got a cape on. Cutlass. Very piratey. Portly tummy. Nice. He's actually, he can go toe to toe with the badger. So those are the two largest miniatures. Next up, we have some long range support in the form of this female weasel with the beautiful plume behind her ear and her corset and her crossbow and her quiver of bolts under her arm. That's a really cool miniature. That is packed with character. I think all of these miniatures have got a great character to them. But that's a really nice one. It's really good. And she appears to be the only villain with a long range weapon, so she's going to come in handy on the battlefield. Here we have one of my favourite weasels. He's a very piratey look to him. He's got his earrings in. He's got his evil grin. He's drawing his cutlass. And he's got a cape as well. Some nice movement to it. Again, very nice. Again, great detail, but not going overboard with the detail. There's not a lot of fiddly details on there. So they should paint up nice and quickly. Next we have another Piratey Weasel. This one on all fours. This is possibly my least favourite in the set. I think because he's on all fours, it makes him the least anthropomorphic of the set, and I don't know, it looks a little bit odd having him on all fours like that. And also there's something a little bit, I guess he's sort of sneaking and then peering around or something, but that one's not really doing it for me. But I'm sure other people will have a different opinion on that particular matter. Again, nicely cast. Very little. I mean, you can see there's no. Quite often with metal miniatures, you get the little spurs and the flash on them and stuff like that. that you have to scrape off and cut off. Not seeing much of that anywhere except for tiny little bits on some of the slotters. Like there. Like that bit there. But, you know, there's none of that on the actual miniatures itself. And this is our final miniature. We have a... it's like a press ganger. It's got a cool hat with some feathers in it. He's got a cudgel. He's got a little man bag. He's got his little pouch. Probably got some money in there or something. Whatever these guys use for money. Acorns, seeds. I don't know. That's very cool. It's a very, very nice miniature. Again, nice, cleanly cast, single-piece miniature. I do love me some single-piece metal miniatures. I am a big fan of that. So there we go. That is it. That's our 10 Riverbank folk. And obviously we got the dice as well and the dice bag. That is a very nice little set. Just quickly, I will show you. Here's a shot. Promotional shot of the guys all painted up. You see what I mean about the toad's eyes? I'm gonna have trouble with that. I'm not sure my skill level's up to that. But yeah, just really, really nice looking miniatures. And for 30 quid plus postage, I got myself a set, 2 sets of Burrows and Badgers forces that I can play some cool little narrative games with whilst I'm waiting to get hold of some of those official Oathsworn miniatures, minis as well. And that's it from me for now. That's all I've got to say. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you all again soon. Bye bye everyone. Bye bye.